Today's topic we are going to discuss about interrogative sentence, and in my previous video we have talked about how to convert an assertive to an interrogative sentence, but today we are going to learn the other way around, that is how to convert an interrogative sentence to assertive sentence. That is, if we will follow a basic rule, whatever rule was followed previously we will use the reverse of that rule. So if the interrogative sentence is negative, that is, if the sentence has got words like no, not, then when we are changing it to assertive sentence, in that case, there will be no, not, these words will not be present. That is, the assertive sentence will become positive. Similarly, if we have got positive interrogative sentence, then the corresponding assertive sentence will become negative. So we are going to follow this simple rule. Now see, change the given question state sentences into statement. Question sentences means interrogative sentence. Now, will he take measures to improve the situation? First, we have to spot the be form of verb and replace it with the subject of the sentence. Over here, will is my be form of verb and the subject over here is he. So interchange their position in the answer. So see, he will. We have interchanged the position. Now look at the question. It is a positive sentence. So because it is a positive sentence, we have to add a no or not something in the sentence. So we will add a not here. So he will not. And the next part of the sentence remains as it is. That is, take measures to improve the situation. Take measures to improve the situation. Moving on, number two. Again, same step will be followed. First, we are going to spot the be form of verb used over here, that is did. Now, did and the subject in the sentence is the dietitian. And the verb over here is tell. Already the word did suggests that the sentence is in past tense. But the sentence is positive because it does not have any words such as no or not. So, in this case, we have to add a no or not in the sentence. So first we will begin the sentence with the subject, that is the dietitian. Then we are going to add did, the be form of verb that we had started the question with. So then we have added this did. And after this is done, not is added in the sentence because in order to make it a negative sentence. So not. Then rest part of the sentence remains as it is. Tell us to add apple to the baby cereal. Tell us to add apple to the baby cereal. So there is no change. Next, moving on, number three. Doesn't Amit's tutor understands why he's lazy? So doesn't means does not. So there is already a not in the question. So in the assertive sentence there will be no not. Not will not be used. Amit's tutor understands. So spot the subject of the sentence. The subject of the sentence is Amit's tutor. So we're going to start with Amit's tutor because the sentence, the interrogative sentence is already in negative form. So that is why we do not have to write this does not. We will simply come to the subject. This is the rule. Whenever there is no not, these words are already in the interrogative sentence. Then when we are converting into assertive sentence, then there will be no not. These words will not be used. So in that case, simply we are going to remove the questioning word and just complete the sentence using the normal tense and the verb in the normal tense form. So look over here, we have got understands. Now we have got S over here and there is no S here. Because Amit's tutor, here there was already does not. So S was already here, used over here. So S was not used over here. But in this sentence, does not is already removed. So we have to add a S in the sentence. And the rest part of the sentence remains the same. Why he is lazy. Why he is lazy. Moving on. Number 4. Does Adam know how to serve his client? Again, if the sentence starts with does and the subject of the sentence is Adam, and it begins with does, and it's a positive sentence, so which means you have to add a not in the sentence. So first begin the sentence with the subject, that is Adam. Then we are going to write does. After that, we are going to add a not in order to make it a negative sentence, and the rest part of the sentence remains the same. Know how to serve his client, know how to serve his client. Moving on, number 5. Aren't the prices in our coffee shop adorable? So here, aren't means are not. So we have already got not in the question. So we do not have to use not, we have to make a positive assertive sentence. So spot the subject in the sentence, which is the prices in our coffee shop. This is our subject. So we will begin with the subject, that is the prices in our coffee shop. And then we have got an are, that was the be form of verb over here. Not will not be written. So are and adorable. The next part of the sentence remains the same. That is adorable, adorable. Moving on, number 6. Will Abir drive his nephew to practice swimming? Over here again, spot the subject, which is Abir. The sentence begins with will, and there is no not in the sentence, so we have to make the assertive sentence negative. So we have to add a not. So we will start the sentence with the subject, that is Abir. So we have got Abir here. Then we are going to write the supporting verb with which we have started the question, that is will. After that, we are going to add a not in the sentence because we have to make the sentence negative. And then the rest part of the question remains the same, which we need to copy. Drive his nephew to practice swimming. Drive his nephew to practice swimming. Of course, the question mark will not be there anymore. Moving on, question number 7. Weren't all the trainees? Weren't means it's a short form used for were not. So, not is used. We can't use not in the sentence, assertive sentence, because that will become positive. But after that, spot the subject. The subject is all the trainees. So we will start the sentence with all the trainees, and then we are going to add this word with which the question had started. So were. Not will not be there, of course. And the rest part of the sentence remains the same. Taught how to use the new fax machine. Taught how to use the new fax machines. Next, moving on. Number 8. Has the team received a pay raise this month? Over here, the sentence begins with has. There is no not in the sentence, which means the assertive sentence will definitely have a not. Now spot the subject, that is the team. So we will begin the sentence with the team. After that, we are going to insert this has over here, with which the question begins. Then we are going to add a not in order to make it negative because my question was not negative. So my answer must be negative. And then the rest part of the question remains the same. Received a pay raise this month. Received a pay raise this month. Moving on, number 9. Isn't cricket India's favorite sport? So isn't. It is a short form for is not, which means my interrogative sentence is negative. And then after this, we are going to spot the subject. Subject is cricket because we are talking about cricket. Now, in the answer, assertive sentence, it will begin with the subject, that is cricket. After that, we are going to add the is. Not will not be added because we have to make it a positive sentence. And the rest part of the question remains the same. That is India's favorite sport. India's favorite sport. Next, moving on, number 10. Again, did the repairs to the motorbike cost more than the vehicle's worth? So, the sentence has got a subject, that is the repairs to the motorbike. That is the subject. And the question begins with did. It has not got any not in the sentence, which means it's a positive question. So we have to make its negative assertive sentence. So we are going to write down the subject, begin the sentence with the subject, that is the repairs to the motorbike. After that, we are going to add this did with which the question had started. Then we have to insert a not in order to make it negative. And after that, the rest part of the question remains the same. Cost more than vehicles worth, cost more than vehicles worth. That's all.